thank you very much for joining me. There's lots of flowers here today. I've been in the hedge trying to make it pretty for you. This little fella down here may look like he's not up to much, but from this direction, not above, he's really pretty, a bit like fairy lights. He's got lots of different purples and blues and pinks there. A couple fell off in the picking, but these are your choices today. Today's reading is going to be how would a tarot read how would a tarot how would a tarot reader describe you to your person? Are you still with me? If you are there, please subscribe. If you've been watching the videos for a while and you haven't subscribed, I think it is important on YouTube to do so because it kicks the videos. I don't get loads of views. I never have done, and I'm fine with that. But a helping hand may be a good idea. It may be a good idea. Anyway, you've got three choices. The first choice is the dandelions. Dandelions get a hard rap, don't they? All that like make you wee in your bed type of urban myth that we used to use as kids. But they're very good for you, dandelions. Not that I'm going to chew them. Buttercups, a little bit more acceptable, I suppose, for number 2. And number 3, as I said, this may look like a shaggy something I've just pulled out, but it was really pretty. You can see there's pinks here, there's purples. I'm trying to tell you this one. Pick which one takes your fancy. Don't pick which one I feel sorry for. Let me collect these for you. Oh, go into the centre. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so if you want to take your choice, then we'll get started. Okay, how would a tarot reader describe you to the person? Initially, they would say something like this. Let me move them up. I know this is how you see them, but there's more to them. I think that you see this person as being quite whimsical. This is what they would be saying before they start the reading. I know that you see this person as possibly being a little bit reserved at times, a little bit mysterious. Somebody who has something in their eyes that as if they're trying to read you, as in you're trying to read them, and then they will come out with something that's quite direct, or the way that they walk will be quite confident, or there'll be something with this Mars quality here that you shock them in some ways. It's like you're a mixture of warrior, as in W-A, not W-O, and dreamer. That's how they would say to your person, I know that's how you see them, but there's a different side to them. This person, actually, maybe not totally different. What you're seeing in the softness and the almost like quite inquisitiveness in the person that you're attracted to, so this is talking to your person, I'll say this all the way through because it's really difficult, he said, she said, is that they have got a very tender heart, very soft inside, and perhaps at times when they are quiet or they look a bit dreamy, what they're doing is they're almost trying to understand the situation so they don't get hurt. They're trying to understand who you are and trying to read, what your next action may be, or how do you feel about them, to see if they're on an equal footing or in a good footing in some way so that they don't get hurt. To me, to be honest, with a Sacred Heart here, no, not to me, it's from the tarot reader, isn't it? Not me. And this tarot reader would be saying to them, it's highly likely that they had a sensitive parent, or a parent that they possibly had to read as well, so that they're very good at reading people in general. Maybe slightly a traumatic childhood, or a little bit stressed childhood in some way, or maybe somewhere where they had to look after others, and so that their intuition and their ability to care and to love was very nurtured in youth through negative or positive reasons. It could be either way. It could be either way, very secure, had that time to learn how to express themselves, or that it was pressurised in some ways so that they had to struggle and it was almost they had to do it quickly. They had to be able to read parents or read threatening situations and protect others. So that's what they would start off saying. There's depth in the person that you're attracted to through process. And with this Mars quality here, that what you get sometimes may be a little bit more abrupt than what is inside their heart. What is inside this person is soft and yielding and kind and considerate and looking for love. And you may get an exterior that may be slightly nervous or maybe slightly assertive or aggressive. Mars can be aggressive, and it's just an abruptness probably with regards to how to communicate in a world that can be quite harsh outside when they've got such a soft and searching inner. Right, the next one is, what would they say about this? What would they say about this? This person enjoys people. They like to be around others. They like to build systems or a sense of community in some way. It doesn't have to be that they go to every church meeting or that they take cakes to the local village hall, but they like groups of people around them. It makes them feel alive. I think at sometimes they may actually spend time on their own. And if I am the mystical tarot reader, not me, talking to your person, and if you feel that they may be slightly introverted with these qualities here, as I said earlier, there's an amount of time that they can spend with people until they have to go inwards because they feel that they get drained, possibly. It's more like their sensitivity can only take so much. Work situations, when you're with people who are going to be different personalities. I'm not me, I am the tarot reader. I'm not me, I'm the tarot reader. When they are with people in work situations, when there are groups of different personalities thrown together, they will be good at being diplomatic, trying to do the best for people, trying to look at the best points and pull people together. But you will find that possibly at the end of the day that they will need to go home and have quiet time. They will need to be around people of the same vibration. This energy is not coarse. Your person is not coarse. They won't be able to watch horror film or the news or difficult or horrific situations without being affected. And that will dribble through in their everyday environment where they will need to pull people together. They will want to please people and make the best of people and make them feel good, but they will also have to pull out at times. So if your person, especially with this Mars quality over here, has lots of Aries in them, and they can be quite sort of like, forward moving and totally Aries, let's experience and let it be exciting. That they need to understand, and this is what they will say to them, you need to understand that your person at times needs to go back to their soft inner world. Right, these two may link together in some way. Let me see. Oh my God. You can do it, yeah, you can. Okay. Their home life, possibly a father, was very important to them in some way. And as well, I said these are going to link together, and they've got like the King of Pentacles here. And this is like home. And they've got all the roses here, which are here as well, very clumsily said. But they would possibly say that they were very close to one of their parents, and in some way they may see that in you. They may be trying to recreate a comfort that they found with a parent, where this parent would have been with the King of Pentacles, very much engaged with them and very supportive. The type of parent who actually that sounded a bit bitter, actually helps you move into your new house, or picks you up in the middle of the night when things have gone wrong, or talks to you about your problems and helps you through life and life situations. And I think that those qualities that they saw in that mum or dad is what they actually are projecting in some way on you, when you're probably doing a good job at pushing it back. So that's probably something. There may be an element here of being very hands-on or very assertive with regards to this person's welfare, as in, let me turn that around, bear with me, this is difficult. I am the mystical tarot reader, not me. They will be saying there's something in you that your person sees and relates to a parent, and in seeing that they feel as if they can relax, as if they are supported, and some part of that tender heart melts. It's like feeling at home. Okay, there you go. Right. When they fall in love, they need, this is you, when you fall in love, they'll be saying to this person, they need to feel a really strong soul bond. There's got to be more than just beauty, attraction. There's got to be more than just falling in love for looks. It's got to have that reverberating, it's almost like a vibration inside yourself. It's got to feel like there's some karmic past to it, or some bigger lesson yet to be learned when they fall in love. And the person, it's you, is very loyal once that is established. Once they feel that, then they're a very loyal person, but they will expect you to have that same loyalty. If at the beginning of the relationship, when you're getting to know each other, if you're still looking for somebody else, or your eyes are elsewhere, it's almost like this little flower will wilt. It's like, well, I found somebody I find important in my life and possibly attractive, and is this the one? And if you're not committed from the beginning and feel that this possibly could go somewhere big, then your person will intuitively pick this up and start wilting. Their heart will start thinking this may not be right. So you've got to be committed from the very beginning. There's a strength of love inside this person that's not just tender but strong, and that's quite rare. And to give this opportunity a miss is something you'll always regret. Right. Again, this would hark back to the parent. You will find your person very supportive, as in this is you, very supportive with regards to how they move through their everyday life, the way that they communicate with people, is they're at ease themselves. And this is incredibly important, I think, that they will probably say about you that you don't cause trouble, but you're stubborn enough to make sure that nobody causes trouble with you. And I think that is, and I'm not going to talk from my own point of view there, which I need to stop. I just think it's really important, which it is. But there's something you've learned from a parent here. They will be saying that parent had a big influence on you. It's almost like the way that they conducted themselves. Their moral fibre is something that is embedded in the person you're attracted to. This is you, that allows you to function in life in a way that is highly functioning. It's like you just do a really good job at not pulling other people down, at not being fussed by things that don't concern you, at just getting the job done. Queen of Pentacles here. Very much you reign in your own sphere, if that makes sense. It's like you could have this, that what they would say is you will have a sense of pride in this person if you stayed with them. If they were in a relationship with you, or in a long-term relationship with you, it will be somebody who you'll be proud of by your side, who will not let you down and be belching and spewing at house parties. It will be somebody who's quite collected and very graceful and very strong, committed, focused, and somebody who, because of these are like pentacle cards, and this is more like everyday routine, you'll be somebody they will find out who will be able to have a life path that you both want to live together and stick to it. This is not flaky. This is not you go to work and I'm going to sit at home and file my nails. Look, I don't file my nails. It's somebody who works as part of a team every day, every moment. Yeah. So to translate that, they would say, this lady, this gentleman is good long-term material. That you'll be able to work together, and your person has had a good example from a parent. Okay. This is where, excuse me, I'm just swallowing. This is where it gets a bit different. Just because your person is kind and considerate, just because your person has got either possibly a stable background and works very well with others and a real commitment to somebody who they feel is going to rock their world and almost open their heart in some way, you may be shocked to find that they will stand by you, but they may not need a ring on their finger for that. This may not be your traditional relationship, even though they are traditional in their moral values. This person doesn't need to feel like they are owned by anybody or have to go through what I guess is a religious ceremony. There's a feeling here that this person likes to be their own person, doesn't need to be committed to somebody in a way that's acceptable by society. So this has just got an electrical end. I'm thinking Aquarius. I'm trying to explain myself here, which is like the 7th house to me, this card here. So there will be a feeling here that you've sorted yourself out internally, that you don't need external validation. So if somebody doesn't promise to marry you or doesn't put that ring on your finger, it's like, okay, well, that's fine. As long as you're a good person, you're with me. That's what I want, and that's what this sacred fire will be with regards to more the 5th house feeling of wanting to or feeling like, what are you like when you start love affairs? You're looking for that special person, but you don't feel you need to own them. I'm just going to have a drink and think about that one. Excuse me a moment, I've still got a cold. And to me, that's quite beautiful. Because, and I know this is a very unpopular view, but I am wondering now, and I will turn back to mystical tarot read in a minute. We should probably just enjoy relationships as they are there at that very moment. And what a privilege to meet somebody who is who we find attractive and who is a beautiful person, and not to have to. There's no problem with committing. There's no problem with it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And I think there's some sense of security with getting married. But yeah, I don't know. I listened to my husband on the phone yesterday, and he was talking about wedding anniversaries. And he said, I know our wedding anniversary because it was a year after my daughter was born. And I think we got married for the name and for that security for the child. But anyway, let's go back to Mystic Tarot Reader. So what they've got here is this Mystic Tarot Reader is telling your person to snap you up, basically, because you are tender and kind and considerate. You're good with people. You're very good at communicating in a way that is acceptable to others, where you encourage them, but give them enough space to be able to, give their opinions. You work as part of a team. Perhaps a very strong influence, a very, very good influence of a parent may be there, and that gives you the stability to work alongside people without causing mayhem or fussing or bringing out our own negative. We all have them, that's why I'm saying your own negative qualities into everyday scenarios. When we project things, when we push things out, we're in shitty moods and we go and take it out on somebody. But there's also, this has really interested me, this feeling, because with all this dedication and focus on somebody and the ability to be able to, I guess, raise your own vibration, but still looking for something that is otherworldly and not to need to commit is something that's really got me, and I find that really interesting. It's like, if I found beauty, I'm all right sitting beside it for a bit. I don't need to pick the flower. I don't need to pick that flower and take it with me, which to me is fascinating. Anyway, let's have a look at the next one. The Ten of Pentacles could very much go in the 8th house with the King of Pentacles, that your person may need, this is you, may need security, may need to be financially. Okay, sorry, it clicks off after half an hour. The Ten of Pentacles down here is very much a card of, it's like otherworldly again. It's like, which can go with the Sacred Fire here, which could be like Shaggy and Scooby again. For this person to be intimate, this is you need to feel that there's some soul bond there. because the Ten of Pentacles suggests, and as I was saying earlier, that you may not need to feel like you have to own. It's difficult to translate this when it comes to like sex and birth and death and many sort of 8th house things. And it's more like you need security. You could say, you know, you need to own. And I started going down that track and I thought, well, that doesn't feel right because of the other cards. But there could be a need to know somebody before you sleep with that person. So what they would probably say is you need to get close to this person and not push the sex too early, because they need to feel that it's coming from a place of recognition, of a spiritual link. It's not that they're adverse to sex. It's not going to say early sex. And okay, let me put it in different words. It's not that they're frigid. It just is that they need to have a soulful link or that bond before they move forward. And to be honest, it's like drinking cold tea otherwise. It's like, what's the point? It's just going through the motions unless you feel something that feels a little bit more under the surface. With regards to spirituality here, this is how they'll be presenting your outlook on life and how you, in your latter years and now, if you're together long term, which is quite possible with your nature, that what they will always do, what you will always do, is you'll always be searching. You'll always be trying to find answers with, excuse me, with the Empress card. Oh my gosh, I hope you're still with me. I'm like coughing. And the Empress card in this position, the 9th house, would be always moving, always learning, always loving, always trying to make yourself more beautiful and life more beautiful by, it's fertile, isn't it, the Empress, by moving outwards, giving out love, giving out beauty, giving out warmth, and that's how you learn, through giving. Yeah, to translate that to everyday events, they will say to your person, as you grow older with this person, you will find that their beauty increases, that their nature becomes even more giving and becomes even more welcoming and more, it's like yearning for something outside themselves. But they don't do it through being disgruntled. They do it by reaching outwards and giving more, and in giving more, they get more back. This is like, to me, I mean, I'm translating this because of what the power means to me, means to me, and the card. It's like Venus and Sagittarius together. So Sagittarius is searching, never giving up, always wanting to educate, always wanting to learn about lots of different groups of people and where they come from, what are their spiritual ideals, what religion and where does that come from, and wanting to break down those barriers, with Venus there with beauty. So as you grow older together, as things are projected outwards, what they will find is that they will get more than they bargained for in a good way. You're somebody that literally grows on people in a long-term way, become even more beautiful as you age. This is a lovely pile. Again, a lovely pile, but a quirky pile. This is the 10th house, so I'll explain what I'm thinking. You've got the 10th house a little bit like this house. It's like, well, stop. What's your ambition? Stop. And to me, the 7th house, what's your long-term ambitions with regards to relationships? Fire, electrical fire. To me, this is like above and beyond. It feels to me that they will be saying to your person, you found somebody who knows the secrets to life. This person isn't looking for anything particular. They're looking to experience and to understand and to almost feel the energy inside them grow, to understand who they are from a very heart-centered way. And this person's got it all together. They know who they are. This is a really, I don't know the word, like a shamanic power, I don't know the word. It's got a feeling that you're a true beauty. So let me start summing it up. This is like me pretending to channel. What I do is I don't look at the cards and I allow what comes through my head, which is my version of channeling. I suppose everybody else would be the same. So what they will be saying is, You've come to me for a reading about this particular person. I think when you see this person, what you'll be picking up initially is a gentleness. There will be an almost inquisitive nature and a searching look in their eye. When they talk, they may come across as being slightly nervous, abrupt, or quite straightforward and direct, which I think you find very attractive. What you're actually getting is you're getting a little inkling of somebody who has a very wistful soul, a very sort of tender heart that they protect at times. Don't be fooled that this person is vulnerable, because they've got a background, whether it was good or bad, I don't know, that has given them an inner stability. This person is a real searcher, and if you commit to this person, they won't ask a lot from you because they're secure in themselves. They're looking for somebody in life who they can run alongside. And what you will get back if you stick with this person is far more than the average person will get back. There's a beauty in this person that is not needy, that is self-sufficient, and that comes from the heart, and they know who they are. So you can't play this person at all. You'd be lucky if you have them, if you get them, is what I would say. Anyway, that's you. I'm going to finish that there. I hope that helps. Yeah, I hope that helps, and that does. If that feels like you, and some of that resonates, you're a very enviable person, and that is, that is lovely, pile. Really lovely, pile. I'm going to love you and leave you. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't say it very often, but just push the button. Just push the button. Go on to it. Play the YouTube game. Thank you. Bye. Right then, pile number 2. Let's have a look at your buttercups, aren't you? So, this is me being mystical tarot reader, telling your person, well, they're describing you to your person. So I'll have to remind myself of that all the way through. Okay. So they will start off with, this is what I think you pick up initially from your person without looking at the cards. There's a feeling here that your person may be quite quiet, quite reserved, but gives some sort of inclination. There's a lot going on in there. When they talk, this is you, they come across as very intelligent, intellectual, everything's well thought out, there's a lot of depth in there. I feel that your person is somebody who understands themselves and has had quite a few upsets in life, but it's made them stronger in a way that they can read others. And you may know this already, I'm still talking to your person, that you feel that they can read you, and they can. They can read everything, because with the Chiron card here, there's an ability to read situations, to understand people, and it's somehow they will feel pain in the atmosphere. They will feel a tense atmosphere if people are disgruntled or upset, and there will be an element of understanding in that. They will understand where you are in life. It's almost like somebody who is very psychic reading people. But I think this person is wise enough not to judge. So they would probably be saying that, I know you feel quite uncomfortable with this person because you feel a connection that is different, and you can often feel that this person can read your soul, and they can. Right, let's go to the next one. Okay, your person is on a journey where they are watching and they are testing. If you push this person, this quietness, this intuition that you're picking up already will come out as if you push them as a fight. It will come out as in, I am on this journey and I don't care who you are, how attracted to you I am, I will stand up and I will fight if need be. It's something in their values and their core that is incredibly important to them, to be able to not be pushed around, to be able to have a sense of values, or a sense of value or values, it doesn't really matter, that they can move through life with that serves them, if that makes sense. So how you'll interpret this person is that what you see initially will be sensitivity, and it will come across as intellect, and it will come across as a little intrusive to you, talking to your person. And what you're actually picking up is somebody who's trying to understand the situation to see where they sit. And if they feel that you are cruel and you haven't gone through the situations and have learned as much as they have, this is you, they will come out fighting. Don't judge their softness as vulnerability. It's an ability to understand people, but that you're not weak. It's that you've got incredible strength and you will assert yourself if need be. If this person, you, picks out that people around them need help or are vulnerable, you will find that this person, you, softens with them, as in your person. So it's difficult reading these, but I hope that makes sense. When they talk, this is you, they won't give much away. It may be the way that they've been brought up. It's just the way, this is like a Mercury and Capricorn type feeling to me. It's quite measured, you're quite measured. What they're trying to do, again, possibly behind this, is gracefully articulate their inner life. When they speak, they want it to make sense, they want it to be limited. This is you. Don't judge them as being cool. Don't judge them as being lofty with the Hierophant card here. They're used to informing people or telling people or communicating with people in a way that they feel that it needs to be translated. That could be your job. It could be just the way a parent spoke to you. You could have to translate things to people who need things clearly, or you could be the elder of younger siblings with the Hierophant card here in the communication pile. But to me as well, with the Hermit card here and the peacock eyes on the head and the keys here, it's almost like you've got a deeper understanding of life. And so what you do is that you allow periods of quiet, that they will be telling your person may seem like they're watching and waiting, or that their communication is slightly clipped. They're not giving a lot away. It's because they are waiting for you to reveal yourself. And the more that you sit back and allow, the more information that you get and understand. So either way there. So the tarot reader would probably be saying in this, with what they've got so far, that there's a slight distance in the way that you come across, and your person will be wondering whether it's due to them, and they will be trying to relay that it's just part of your nature, that you are somebody who watches, somebody that likes to understand, and somebody that understands vulnerability, and they understand why when people act through vulnerability, how to act back. It's to be kind, Chiron, and considerate, but straight and blunt, which is this card here, which I think is a life lesson for everybody with these two cards here. It's like, if you're soft inside yourself, the world is still a bit like dogs down here, and you're always going to get people who are going to interpret that as weakness. So this is what the tarot reader will be saying. Don't interpret that this person's quietness or their graceful air as weakness, just because they're not loud and brash and they don't give their opinion all the time, the Hierophant card here. And you possibly talk quite slowly and quite considered, because you know who you are through journeys, through the Chiron journeys, through pain, and you're not going to take on somebody else's pain. You're going to shove it back at them and say, sort that out for yourself, if that makes sense, in a very sort of straightforward way, because you've got these keys, you've got these eyes on the Hierophant's head. It's like you understand the process. So no messing with you. Let's have a look at the next one. There's an element of sweetness here. That The clairvoyant will be saying, not clairvoyant, the tarot reader will be saying there's an element of sweetness with regards to how they relate to their family. It may be a brother, it may be a sister. There's somebody there that's very dear to their heart. It may be one of the parents or a cousin. And when you see this person relate to this person or talk about them, what you're getting is a taste to what it will be like when you are close to this person. This is you. This person is you. Because this is all very much watching and understanding and considered and careful and understanding pain and life. And I think your person may be interpreting this as in you can be quite stoic, which is a word I use quite a lot when I get cards I don't understand. But they will be saying, watch them melt when they talk about brother, sister, cousin, somebody who is sweet and kind and maybe have the air of vulnerability and the sweetness to not kick out words that you find, this is you, find very attractive. So that's what they will be saying. You will see this person's true nature when they talk about their dog, their cat, their brother, their sister, somebody who is youthful in nature and needs love. And they don't ask for it or grasp for it. They just are a kind person, so it's easy for you to give it. That's when they will see your true nature. Does that make sense? The clairvoyant will be saying, watch you, that's you, when you are talking about somebody you are close to. That's when you will see what you will get when you are with them in a way that you are more vulnerable. Okay. With the Hierophant card here for communication, and this is like the 5th house when you fall in love, what they will be saying is this person's love nature is to be truthful. They will say it as it is, and it's very much a feeling in here. It's not in a direct Mars-like way, it's just more of a way of if you ask them, they will tell you. So how this will translate to your reading would be they will be telling your person, if you're not sure of their feelings, go and ask them because they will tell you exactly. They won't manipulate the situation. They'll be very clear. They'll be very open. This person needs a lot of discussion, a lot of communication when they're falling for people. And it's not somebody who likes to make eyes across the room and wait for somebody else to run after them. This is somebody that doesn't like being put on the spot, but likes afterwards, will like the thought that you have been considered with them enough to be truthful yourself, and they will give you that respect back. They will tell you exactly what they're thinking and feeling. So they will probably say, don't fear this person if you haven't communicated too much, or there's some sort of secret that you feel that you need to open up to, perhaps that you feel there's some tension between the pair of you. Just tell them, just talk to them, and they will give you the true answer back. There's an element of honesty with regards to falling in love, and that's a difficult thing to have. But this card here with regards to your values, it's almost like a learning curve that you're very sort of strong with yourself, because to fall in love, everybody has problems with that, because our heart is the most sensitive part of our energetic system. I think, maybe, I don't know. I feel at this moment, I feel that. And to be able to be really truthful with people who have the ability to squeeze it and twist it is a very, very brave thing to do. So there's an element of truthfulness in you. That sort of Mercury, when it's in Virgo, is very truthful. Very, very, to the fact that it can be quite straight. And I think the clairvoyant will say, if you want to know anything about this person's feelings, you just go and ask them, and they will tell you without trying to hurt you. You're very straight, very honest, a very decent, moral person who's quite quiet about your thought process. But you are tough on yourself and possibly tough on others if you feel that they're being a little bit pushy or a little bit pushing the boundaries with regards to taking more from other people to make themselves feel better. So they will also say, don't try and play them because they will see you coming. Don't play too many games with them. Don't do the sort of chasing, love bombing, because they will see straight through it. This isn't somebody who's silly. I do love silly, but you're not somebody who is silly. You may be silly in different areas, but you like the truth. You're somebody who puts an effort into everyday life. So what they will be saying is that your work or what you apply yourself to, how you structure your day is important to you. You put a lot of energy into what you do, and there will be an element here that you will need your independence in your own life because you're busy being you. So what they would say is if you would like to settle down with this person, you need to give them freedom to be themselves. There is an element in here that you need to travel or to move here and there, but there is an element in here that you need to find your own reality and understand it yourself. And with the Ace of Wands here, there's a strong feeling here that if your day is tied with commitments by other people imposing upon you, you won't be too happy, because this is like independence to me, and this is like the 6th house as well, everyday routine and service. You've got a rhythm in your life that you want to keep going, and this person needs to understand that. So to translate, the clairvoyant would be saying there's an independence in this person, there's a drive and a grit and ability to move through life and get what they want. They don't want that tethered. You don't want that tethered. They like, possibly with the Ace of Wands here, making their own money. They like the fighting going out into life. It's something that stimulates them, even if they feel that it's painful. They need it. They need it to possibly understand who they are. Oh, an upside down hangman yet again. I'm going to keep this way around because it will fit with the rest of the pile here. What they will say with regards to long-term relationships, very much a very earthy feeling in this pile here, is that they want, because it's like the hangman the other way around is very much in the head, in the imagination, in the emotions, anything but with their feet on the ground. And putting it this way puts the feet on the ground. So in long-term relationships, they would say to your person, they're looking for somebody who works alongside them, somebody who is concrete, honest, a hard worker, committed. They don't need lots of flancy romantic gestures. To be honest, this pile, gestures to me you'd probably come back in quite an assertive way, put it in a nice way. Don't just give them flowers and expect them to be content with flowers if you put them on the table and then you leave them and go out, if that makes sense, and do what you want to do. They would rather have no gifts and you sit with them outside. I'm thinking of a practical sort of feeling here, in nature for a few hours than to buy some posh car and leave them. This is somebody who's got very basic needs in life, but is very strong, and he's somebody who's committed next to them. So don't go into this relationship unless you have the ability to commit and stay with this person. Be honest and open and steady, because your person does not want gestures or I can't think of any other way around it. False promises, things promised and never delivered. And this is something to me, they will be saying this person doesn't get lost in romance. Feet on the ground, not the head. It is in the sky here, but not the head, almost like, everything at the top half of their body. It's all pulled down to the bottom. You need to be consistent with this person. You need to be with them. You need to be able to make a life with this person. And it's not like, I know there's like an earthy feeling in here. It's not finances, it's dedication. It's commitment that this person is looking for. That is you. Okay. There's a dark side. You all know I'm at the 8th house here, don't you, in my head? And you've got these eyes peeping out. Oh my gosh. Even the shape of that looks wrong. This person has got, and I'm going to relate it to this fight. It's got a Lilith feel to it. I'm thinking a lot about Lilith lately. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because I will come out of being the mystical tarot reader, I'll be myself. This person has got mixed up ideas with regards to sex. This is what they'd be saying. This may not sound so complimentary, the rest of the pile is brilliant, but because this is the shadow self and this is at the 8th house, there is something in this person that they are sorting out, possibly with a Chiron here, that is a mixture of something to do with death, sex, or birth. And this could be anything. So you need to tread carefully when it comes to sexual matters. Don't push the subject, listen and be considerate is what they will be saying to them, because you may have gone through experiences which have been a little bit difficult in this area. Maybe had sex with somebody, and this could be long-term or short-term, without an emotional commitment, and somehow that sat inside you and not felt quite right. Or it doesn't have to be that, to be honest. I'm going to say lots of different things, and I don't know which one will be right, so ignore the ones that aren't, because this is a dark card, so whatever I say that's wrong, it may be a little bit painful, just ignore it. It may be somebody who lies to themselves with regards to having lots of different partners and thinking there's no commitment, but to be honest, it may be a bit wearing inside their soul. This is what they'll be saying. It may be somebody who has lost children, and it's made a big mark in their soul again, something very personal that is ingrained inside them. It may be somebody that has lost a partner, or your person may have lost a partner. This is you, or all of it's you. Maybe you decide, or is not feeling like sex and commitment in that area is as natural as it should be. It's not as free. It can't be with this card here. It may not relate to you, but I'm just relaying the card. It's not as free and easy and as giving and open and as just sharing energy between each other as it should be with that card. So I don't know. This may sound a little bit insulting. As I said, just ignore it. It's the 8th house, and to have a dark card in the 8th house is going to be dark. Maybe with the Karen card, that you carry that around with you, but you've got a very astute awareness of this painful situation that you could possibly have been through. It's like sex can bring out, again, a Lilith feeling, can bring out your desire nature. Okay, let me translate this as coming from the mystical tarot reader. This person's desire nature is in the process of healing. What you may find is that they may have hiccups as you get close to them, the way that they relate, and it may be possible they've been through difficult circumstances in the past, or that they just aren't in that part of life where they feel as free and easy relating physically with people as perhaps they did when they were younger, or in the past in some particular circumstance. To me, because of the Karen card, it's be gentle with them, allow them to talk, allow them to express themselves, and then they may air something that could be automatic and they haven't questioned, and it's beginning to awaken in them. This is you. Or just something that is difficult that's happened in the past, and they're just beginning to get their feet on the ground in this situation and understand it. There's a searching quality in here that is quite raw and quite open. And it's like, with the Chiron card here, there may be something dark in the past that you've been through that your person needs to be aware of, and that the tarot reader will warn them to be gentle and to listen and to allow you to work through it with them. Yeah, I know that's quite a big one, but that card is where it is, and it may apply to you, it may not. Okay, as this person grows, if you stick with this person, is what they will be saying, as you grow older, you will find your person continuing being curious. There's a feeling here that they will nip into lots of different scenarios and situations, spirituality, educational establishments, courses, because they need to know, and it's going to be an incessant need to gather information. And what you will find is that this will pay off on you, because you'll have somebody who's always mentally alive next to you, somebody who's inquisitive, somebody who's awake, and somebody who always wants to know how to be the best person, how to include others with this Queen of Swords here. And they'll be doing it initially from an intellectual viewpoint until it actually sits inside their soul. And maybe towards the end of their life, they carry that inside them from experience, or it may carry on to a next lifetime where they've been through life processes where they have experimented and seen more of themselves. And you may gather this, if you're with this, I'm talking to your person, with this person as they grow older. You will see, this is you, develop into somebody who is fascinating to be with, somebody who's interested in lots of different things, very awake and aware, and that's a real gift. because I think probably this is mystical clairvoyant, not me saying it, is really me, that if you stay with this person, you will age beautifully together. And I don't mean like from, like 90 onwards, but from possibly late 30s onwards, because if you get to end up with this person, you've got somebody who is beautifully curious, a curious sort of bird. And in that, it keeps their spirit alive. So you will be able to move with this person. They will never get dull. And that is probably the curse of many long-term relationships, where we forget to be open and inquisitive. So there's a real... I'm going to summarise it. I haven't looked at the last card here. What I've got here... Now I'll look at the last card, then I'll do it like a channel, as in I don't look at the card so much, and it comes from, hopefully, my intuition. The end card is your end result, the peak of your life is the Ten of Pentacles. What you're looking for is somebody to, well, they will be saying what this person's ideal life is, finding somebody that they can live it with, who smooths out difficulties that they've been through, Chiron, the shadow self, and allows them to feel, I had it in my head, that they've met somebody who's an equal, is what I would say there, the Ten of Pentacles. Because this is earthy, and you get the accumulation of earth at the end. So let me just do this as a channeled message. I always laugh when I say channeled, because I don't actually do a Whoopi Goldberg and go into some sort of channeled sort of, I don't know, an entity coming through me. I just do it more intuitively and faster. And so I think that's probably the best I'm going to get. So what you've got here, what they will be saying to a clairvoyant is, this person is a gift. You may find them watching and trying to understand things. They may come across initially as a little bit sort of dry because they're not giving a lot away. It's because they are watching. They are watching for lots of different reasons. It's because they are in the beginning of a journey, or remembering a journey in this lifetime, where they need to understand what's going on outside them, and they're taking it very seriously. And if you end up with this person as they grow, this ability to view and search through life and this inquisitiveness is going to turn to something that flowers. And if you're with this person, what you will get is somebody who is interested and alive and awake. And that will probably relay itself, or probably end up being in situations where they have, you're visiting theatres and you're travelling and you've got groups of friends that are interesting, and you discussing books or whatever it is that you two have between each other that is what pulls you together. It will always be awake and alive. I don't know where it could be. I don't know, watching banger racing. No idea. But your tarot reader will be saying this person will grow, and it's a bit like pile number one, and be more beautiful the older that they get, because they will be very awake when other people are settling down. If you are wondering, this is what they're saying, what this person feels about you, because of this person's ability to want to understand themselves, they will be very truthful, because they will want to know. If you ask them, they will tell you, because they want to know how you're going to relate to that. Because again, there's a need for you to watch your response as they're learning who they are and how they sit in life themselves. So don't be afraid to go and ask them what they're feeling. There's a gusto. They have a gusto with regards to how they get their everyday routine fulfilled. So you will see them being busy. This will be somebody who's independent, who needs to earn their own money, and who has a sense of pride in that area, and has a sense of need to be involved in life. This isn't somebody who wants to lock themselves off in a room for 10 years, but because they learn from experiencing. And there's also here a final thing. If your person sees your vulnerability, they will open up to it, because they've had so many experiences where they've had to deal with their own. If you shield your vulnerability with arrogance or looking like you have lack of interest, it will be a real turn off. to you, to you. This is your reading, so it's you. And what they're looking for is somebody who has the same strength as them to end up with in a longer term relationship. And this person wants, you need commitment. As I said in pile number 1, it doesn't mean a ring on your finger. It may do, I don't know. But it will be somebody who's alongside them that is a straight up, what do they say in the mafia, like a maid type guy or something like that. I can't remember. It's like somebody who tells, not in the mafia, somebody that tells the truth, somebody that is honest and dedicated to another person. And if you think, this is me turning to the mystic clairvoyant, if you think you can fulfill that, then go up and speak to them. Because they want people with their feet on the ground, and they want somebody who's honest. And what you will get back is somebody who will grow throughout their whole life, and that you will grow to love the more that you're with them. Okay, pile number 2. I finished that's what I was going to say. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I don't say it very often. I'm not a great... It just clicked off on me when I was trying to be a salesperson. Please subscribe if you can, which you can, it's like that. Just do that, because it will help me out. It will get my videos pushed out a little bit further. I don't have lots of subscribers, which I don't mind, but I feel that it would be helpful. So please do it. Like that. Thanks, bye. Hi there, pile number 3. And this is one of these he said, she said type ones, so it can be quite difficult to relate or to be able to communicate, to be honest. I will try and click back into being a mystical tarot reader rather than myself. So this is initially what they're going to say to your person when they sit down. Hold on, wait for me to turn the card over. Okay. I feel that you've come to see me about somebody who you relate to, or you've already had a relationship with, or you've been connected to, but it's quite possible with the Ten of Swords there that you're not with anymore, or you haven't seen for a while, or you've not been able to get it moving and it feels like a bit of a loss. With the Juno card there, they will probably say that you feel that this person is a potential partner or has been a partner, but as I said initially, there's a feeling that this person isn't in your life at the moment. So what they're trying to do now, what this mystical tarot reader is trying to do, is relay your personality in more depth that may be slightly hidden. This is the more obvious part, hopefully. So let's have a look at this one. What they will say to your person is, this person, your inner values are quite romantic, and that you are possibly quite flexible with regards to how you relate to people, that you're quite adaptable, that you allow other people to express themselves. You want somebody who can move with you through life. What they value is openness. They value flexibility. This is you, and a romantic approach to life. So it's got to feel like fun. It's got to feel creative. Your person, this is you, gets a click from, or a sense of being alive from people who have options. This to me is the complete opposite. This is like your inner values. So they'll be saying that you don't like to be dictated to. You like freedom. You like life to have opportunities and options. And you don't like to be bossed about. You don't like things to be stuck, or to be rigid, or to be controlled anyway. There's an element of creativity, freedom and options needed, and that's what you live by deep down inside yourself. If you feel that you can, talking to your person, if you feel that you want to put your person on a certain line, or that you want them, that's you, to toe the line, you'll be disappointed, because you're a free spirit inside yourself. That's you. What you'll find with you, so this is why it's difficult. I'm going to be the mystic tarot reader. Okay, this is what I'm talking to your person. They're sat opposite me. This may be easier for me. At times, you will find that your person shoots their mouth off. They talk fast and they say things that they wish they hadn't said. They may even actually, in what they're expressing, almost give the game away with regards to being attracted to you. It's not subtle, it's not controlled, and that's not what they're looking for in their personality, and that's not the way that they behave. At times, the things that they express, the way that they communicate, you may find a little overwhelming, but you're getting the truth from this person. When you meet somebody and what they deliver is what they are, they're not hiding. 8 of Wands in communication, Sagittarius, they're not hiding anything from you. What you're getting is who they will reveal themselves the longer you're with them. This person has no need to pretend. So, you want to know me, I'll show you type feeling there. You've got somebody in front of you. I'm still talking to a person who's imaginary across the table from me. You've got somebody in front of you who you can always count on for being honest, who will tell you how they're feeling. At times could be a little bit hurtful, may actually say things in the heat of the moment, maybe if something happened here that has hurt you, and that is it basically. There's nothing you can say about that, because it's that in that moment you meant it. In that moment you meant it. What you possibly could say here with all this sort of flexibility is me talking to your person. They are open to you discussing that with them. So if you feel that something has gone on between the pair of you, where they feel that you feel that that's you, have cut off from them, you can discuss that with them, and they will be very open to what you're saying. They won't cut you off or be angry. There's not anger in there that lasts. But you like the freedom to express yourself, and in some ways I feel this is you, that you've got carried away with yourself, and maybe possibly the Ten of Swords hurt somebody or spoke your truth from which could be a point of view that isn't well considered. Okay. Hangman upside down again. Why are they always upside down? Because I put it back in the pack upside down about 10 minutes ago. Oh no, I used different cards. I accidentally picked up the wrong pile. I'm meant to be using these, which I have done the last 2 piles. How bizarre. Anyway, with regards to their home life and the fact that they are quite flexible and quite expressive, this is you. I feel that they've had a home life where the parents have been very similar. So when they're shooting their mouth off, when they are expressing themselves in a very open, flamboyant way, just be grateful that you're getting the truth, because they've been encouraged to do that from a very young age, or that the parent has been very similar to them and it's just been accepted part of who they are, where they've not had to hide their feelings, they've not had to hide who they are, I can go further down there with family, maybe ifs and buts, but I feel that they've either had support in the family environment to be able to express themselves, or the family have been very similar, or it's just been allowed or appreciated, or in another way that could be a reaction to some family dynamics there. But what the clairvoyant will be saying is difficult. This is what I'm saying to your person. Your person's got a stable attitude, or your person has got a stable understanding of their roots and their family. It doesn't have to have been stable, but they feel that they're okay with it. They've come to terms with it. Possibly because that is their nature. Hence why you can speak to them if something has happened in the past, because they're open to new movement forward. That's who they are. They move, they change. They're able to step backwards and apologise, and without feeling that they're giving too much themselves away. They're not fixed in who they are, is what they would be saying. And that possibly is because they haven't had to be, because they've been accepted for who they are in their youth by one member of the family that's been important to them. When they fall in love, they expect to be met with the same warmth and the same enthusiasm, the same truth and what they would seem as dignity, because they feel that their truth is them being gracious with you and saying as it is without hiding anything, and you having to find out later. And what they want is a sense of commitment with warmth. And that commitment doesn't have to be intense, but it has to be secure, if that makes sense. What they're looking for is somebody who will greet them with love. They're looking for somebody who remembers their birthday, who celebrates them, who enjoys life with them. That's what they're that's what they want. The Strength card in like the 5th house type of feeling is somebody who's looking for somebody who sees them. So this is you. You need to be seen. So they will be telling your person, make sure that you appreciate them. Make sure that you kiss them when you see them. Make sure that they can see in your eyes that you're pleased to see them. There's excitement and that you keep a flame between the pair of you. And there's got to be some passion there. Your person needs passion. They need to feel a physical pull. This relationship will be flat unless you've got what I guess is, I'm going to say sexual vigour because I can't think of a different word. I don't think I'd actually say that if somebody was the opposite me. This is why I don't do lives. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This may be rude. Please leave it. I've got cards up here already out, so you've got an impression here so far, which may be right, may be wrong. Then you get into the 6th house of routine. You've got somebody who's got a blindfold on and they're stuck there. I don't think this is what they will be saying to your person. Don't rely on this person to keep a job. Don't rely on this person to like routine. These cards are not routine. The 6th house is not enjoying routine either. So this person will be good for lifting you up, for making you laugh, for making you feel good and sexy in the heat of the moment, for allowing you both to feel seen and enjoying and celebrating life, but don't expect routine from this person. They will start off doing it. They will do it for 3 months. They will get bored and they will hate somebody, strong word there, who makes them stick to something when they've lost interest. There's got to be movement here. Financially, if you are wanting to commit to this person and perhaps you're looking for some sort of financial partnership here, you will need to allow this person to have possibly different ways of making money, 2 or 3 jobs at the same time, or a sideline, or something creative that makes them feel involved and that their heart's involved, rather than just doing it for the structure and the routine and the finances. So that may be something that you like somebody who feels like a traveller, somebody who likes to experience things, that type of thing. What you will get long term, if you stay with this person, is somebody that it is like riding on horses through town together. It's like you will feel glorious because this person will allow you to live life through your heart, to be very awake, very aware, very much playfully immersed in what's in front of you every day, and that is rare. This will be somebody, if you go older together, whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, this person, I'm talking about you now, to this person who's not there but over there, will make you feel like every day is special. Well, there'll always be a twinkle in their eye. There will be a sense of fun and playfulness and experimental attitude that wants to experience different people, different situations, different places in the world, different, possibly arts, and any form of creativity will be important to you. So if that's the way that you like to experience life, this is your person, because you will feel like, and this may sound rude to everybody else, but because there's horses in here and there's confidence here, it's almost, I'm going to say above the rabble. That sounds, I know how rude that sounds. What I'm saying is above those who aren't awake. Those people that trudge through life and forget to enjoy it and think that's normal. So I don't mean rabble in a rude way, although there's no other way. That did sound rude, and I can't really say about that because it was rude. And I'm just going to say I'm sorry. It's a people who haven't felt life run through them yet. And if you end up with this person, you will both feel like you've got it sussed, is what I'd say. Yeah, I am rude, I know I am. Okay, sex is got to be experimental as well. This is what they were telling them. You've got the moon card here for like sex and oh my God, I'm going to say 6th house. Oh my God, I've got a little story here. I will go back onto it. I was a PE teacher and we had I think it's members of the British rugby team in to the school I was teaching in. And there was a really funny middle-aged lady working with me. And she was told the kids were in groups and she said, I can't remember her name. One of the teachers said, go into group 6. And one of the male PE teachers shouted to this middle-aged lady, don't get so excited, they said group 6. And I thought, oh my God, you are quite funny. And she's like running off to this group of kids, like looking out the corner of her eye. Anyway, let's go back here to group 6. Let's go back to, what am I actually doing now? 8th house, you've got the moon. Okay, so you've got this sort of personality here that likes to experiment here. They will be telling your person, this person won't stick for the same missionary position for 20 years. They want somebody who will experiment, somebody who's light-hearted and laughs. You know, it's like you can seduce this person if you make them feel like you're not going to make them commit straight away, or that it's not going to be so intense that the fact there's no sideways movement. You can almost laugh this person into bed. You can make jokes or you can play with them, but it's got to be a seduction that is amusing and light-hearted and cerebral in some way, but there's got to be variety in it. You can't do the same thing with this person because they will get bored. Playfulness, creativity, openness, and a very strong emotional attachment to be able to trust as well. So it's going to almost stop you want variety with regards to the reality that you're getting in sex. There's no such thing. You want variety with regards to the experiences that you're going to get in sex, but you want somebody who, because this is still the emotions, you want somebody who you feel secure enough with emotionally to be able to experiment. That makes sense. And that's what they'll be telling your person. Anyway, the next one, the 9 of Pentacles here, is... this to me feels like meditation to me. The 9th house is like reaching outwards, reaching out to understand ourselves outside of ourselves, outside of our egos, and to be able to search, to see us all possibly as one, if you know what I mean. Whether it is vibration or it could just be like boundaries, countries, cultures, educating ourselves, understanding more and more. And I feel that they will tell your person that if you spend time with this person as they get older, they will possibly to centre this sort of very playful, erratic energy, which is very beautiful and amusing and funny, very sort of Sagittarius. It's got the Gemini mutability and Sagittarius feeling in here. What is the other mutable sign? I've gone blank. Please write at the bottom. But you will end up... I'm talking to your person. What will happen as this person goes older, they will go inwards and they will be less frantic. There'll still be the fun and the excitement, the playfulness and the giddiness and the ability to make you laugh. But what you will get is they will go inwards and possibly go into some form of meditation and spend time on their own to be able to stop being so outwardly sensory stimulated, to gain some sort of inward movement. 9th house, wanting to learn, wanting to educate themselves. A woman on their own in the garden. Doesn't have to be a woman, can be a man, obviously. And that's an earthy card, so you're going to ground yourself through that. So they will say that this will be somebody who will be more at ease in themselves because they're wise enough to know their own needs. And as they get older, they will turn... Possibly, this could also be, because of this feeling up here, travel to places where you can actually be with like-minded people that centre themselves in some sort of spiritual quest. Or you could do this in your own garden on your own. It doesn't really matter. It's going inward and feeling satisfied and grounded in yourself. So that's what this person will get from you, possibly as things go on, there's more commitment, because that is your path. This person wants to feel centred. This is what they're telling your person. What they will do is you will catch them now in possibly a stage of their life where they're very easy-flowing, easy-going and fun and exciting and allow you to be without judging, a very sort of childlike feeling that's very open and innocent. But what they are actually travelling towards is to allow it to possibly understand how to be that, to experiment, to be open. But where they're aiming, they will end up being very aware of who they are, and as they get older they will go inward, and what you will have is a very profound person whose experience is based on actually being in life rather than reading about it or judging other people. So where you're going to end up if you stay with this person is a very wise person who is open to others, and possibly, as I said here, they may end up spending time in some, to me it feels like ashram, it feels like meditation, with these cards here, the Pope and the woman on her own in the garden. But you'll end up with I'm going to say like golden egg is what it feels like. Enjoy yourself with this person now, because they are learning and they're just flowing, beautiful, open Pisces. That's it, I remembered it. Piscean type energy. And what you will get as they age, if you stick with this person, is somebody who's like a precious stone. Like a diamond or something. There are lots of different edges that shine all the way through life, but then concretes into a real beauty. Oh my gosh, I'm going to leave that there. Do you want me to translate it? No, I don't think I need to, do I? I think I'll just repeat myself. But I'll just put another sentence at the end, is grab this person now, because you've got years of fun ahead with them, and what you will get is like the golden egg at the end of the journey if you're with this person, because they're maturing to something that is very special. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, pile number 3. If you're there, subscribe. I never used to say that because I don't like selling myself. I keep thinking that people come across things if they want to. I don't put loads of readings out. If you subscribe, it will really help me. You won't get spammed. I'm not one of the spammers because I can't stand people spamming me. But if you subscribe, it will really help. Give a thumbs up while you're there. Yeah, press the button, thumb up, because it will help. I think. Just videos get fed out more. And, we're more likely to be here. And I'm trying to be really consistent. I'm not saying I'm here every week, but I've been here for quite a while, and that's what I want to keep doing. Thank you very much. I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye.